been in the business since I was 14 years old. I started out with rock bands and became an actor, and it was easier, I found out, to book a building than it was to book my face. I've worn many, many hats in the industry, along with producing, directing, camera assistant, and grip, sound, you name it, I wore the hat. Our company, Film Friendly Locations, very, very well known in the industry, been doing this, as I say, for like 18 years now. Literally have thousands and thousands of properties on our website, which is jdls.com. We do have a lot of commercial properties, warehouses, churches. It runs the gambit. There's about 600 to 800 location managers and scouts just here in the LA area. They get hired as a day player from the production companies. When it comes to properties, commercial, there's all kinds of requests for all kinds of properties. I gave up a long time trying to guess exactly what I think would work and what wouldn't work. For instance, I got a call from a family who had a small bungalow in Hollywood, and they wanted me to market it. I says, well, in all honesty, you got 800 square foot house. I got a crew of 65 to 75, 1,000 foot of truck, and it's a small street. I don't think I'll ever get you booked. So, let's just not waste our time. A week later, I get a call. Hey, you got any small bungalows? So I said, okay, I'm not going to second guess anybody anymore. Whatever they bring, we'll book, and that's what we've done ever since. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with casting, but for instance, they're looking for a part that, for your look, right? You go to a casting office, and there'll be boxes stacked this high. They've got 3 people going through them just this quick. That's the same way that they go through locations, because they can see immediately, no, doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work. So we have our website set up so the whole location comes up. They can go scan, I like that room. Click on it, get a bigger picture, print it out. Mr. Director, what do you think of this? Or what's the rest of it look like? Where is it? Can we shoot there? Those are the kind of preempt questions that come up. The director goes, I'd like to see these 3. So then I call the owner and say, we have you up for a show. I don't bother to call people just because I submit, because I don't want to get anybody's hopes up unless we have something solid to go with. We set up an appointment, the scout and the director, sometimes it's just the scout, comes out, they come out and take pictures of what the director wants to see. Those go back, again, they start doing this. Then I get a call, we want to do a director's scout. So they come back out. You narrow it down to 3 or 4 properties that they really do like. Then they call me and say, we want to do a full tech scout. Director likes it, now the crew has to figure out how to make it work for him. We do a lot of spinning of our wheels until we get it booked. We only make a commission off of the contract. Commercial properties work for all kinds of shoots and commercials. Right now I'm looking for a conference room that's on a 2nd floor, on a street, with a sidewalk, and the gag is a person on a bicycle is in the office and drives through the window. It's a stunt. So it's working with candy glass and all that sort of thing. So that's one of the projects we're working on. Our contracts are basically an as-is contract, which means when they're done, they have to bring it back as it was. It's always the owner's a choice.
Okay.
Like if they want to paint a wall for a scene, it's your choice. Do you want them to paint it back or leave it as it is? We've found that every show we've ever done, they always end up leaving it better than when they came. On the website is a purple box, having your property used for production. You click on that box and that opens up a submission form. That then comes directly to us, and then we send you back documents, a marketing agreement, photo release, and then when those are signed and returned to us, then we send out photo instructions. So we ask that we send out instructions of how we want the pictures provided to us. And the reason for that is because I'm telling a story, a picture story of a location. So exteriors are helpful. What we call is a POV, which is basically if I'm here and I'm camera, a POV would be camera back there looking this way. So for instance, the front of the home, if I'm the front door, I'm looking out, so there's a picture, picture, picture. A reverse from across the street, picture, picture, picture. Those 6 pictures are going to tell the director, oh, that's what this looks like. What's inside? The living room, entries, bedrooms, staircases. Everything is insured. We hold a healthy security deposit, and until the owner says to me, I like it, it's good, only then does that security deposit go back. We have our site managers. They are the first to arrive, last to leave. And it's their job, which is our job, to make sure that the crew doesn't run amok, that they don't go into areas that the owner doesn't want them to go into, and that things are done the way we want it done. So, for instance, they want to hang pictures, and they want to hang them off of these facades. Okay, no holes, period. Use fishing line, whatever you want to use, but do it in such a way that you're not leaving holes. If they do need to hang a sign where they need to attach something, then it's patch and paint afterwards. And again, only after the owner says to me, everything is good, does that go back. Every place I shoot is my home, and I treat it like my home. And we do not do anything that the owner would not be happy with. Because if I'm not happy, I know they're not going to be happy. There's multiple services out there like myself, and many times a location will have 4 or 5 different location services representing the property. Well, if it's a hot property, it becomes a real nightmare for that property owner, because now he's got to do the scheduling, because if you have 2 crews show up on the same day to shoot in the same area, it's going to be a nightmare. I'm in trouble, the other service is in trouble, they'll never call us again. I always try to work on an exclusive basis with all my clients, because number one, you know what you're going to get. It's always going to be the same contracts. You're always going to get the same results, and everybody then is happy. So that's what I try to do. But there are location people, owners out there that go, oh, I don't want to be just with one service, thinking that it's limiting them. When really, in reality, it's really not. Because if it's a hot property and another service gets a call for it, Joe, you got such and such, right? I got a client that wants to book it. Fine. We use our contracts, we use our people, and I do a commission split with the other service. The net to the owner remains the same. So you're not out anything by doing it exclusive. It just guarantees you that you're always going to get the same results.